I'm here at the red carpet in Dallas for TNT's Dallas, the new series. That's right, the red carpet. And how appropriate that I started off with the one and only Patrick Duffy. It's great to have you back in Dallas. Did you think after 20 years that, I mean, was there ever a thought when you guys wrapped this thing up the first time, did you ever think, you know, we'll come back and do this again 20 years later?
Never a thought that we'd come back and do a series again. We thought that we'd wrung every drop out of it, and I think we did. I think by the end of the original Dallas, after 13 years, the producers, the writer, everybody had lost any way to invent something new. And it took 20 years of breathing room, of maturity of the characters and everything, and a whole new group of people, a Cynthia Sidra to write the first script, a Mike Robin to direct the first 2 episodes and really establish the template of what the new Dallas should look like. That now there's a whole surge of energy and blood and purpose and inventiveness to the show. I mean, the show is the old Dallas, but it's so new and it's so right for this time period. It looks different, but it looks the same. And I think it's a bit of magic again. It was magic 35 years ago. It's a bit of magic again.
Talk about being on the set that first day when all you guys were back together again. What was the feeling going through your head at that point?
I had shivers and chicken hair all over myself because my first scene after 20 years of not working with him was the opening scene that I have with Larry Hagman.
Yeah.
And so the very first time I stepped on the set, I walked into a room and I had a scene with my best friend after 20 years. It was hard to get through it. It was hard to get through it time after time. And we did maybe 15, 20 takes of different angles and stuff. Every time it was so emotional, I was on the edge the entire time. So that meant something to me, and it still does.
Talking about the passage of time, what's your secret to looking so damn good after 20 years?
Makeup.
Is it just makeup?
Makeup. Hours of makeup. If I had my lady work on you, you'd look just like me.
Patrick Duffy, the new Dallas. Check it out. Thanks, my man. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming, too. I'm here with the very gorgeous Brenda Strong, who unfortunately we didn't get to see enough of on Desperate Housewives, but we got to hear you, and now we're going to get to see you. First of all, congratulations on a very successful run with Desperate Housewives. I was very sad to see it go. I love that show. And
thank you.
Yeah, so
real men love Desperate Housewives.
Right. I can admit it. I have no trouble admitting that at all.
Exactly.
So my mom loves that about me. So, but now we're starting Dallas. This has got to be just like really. I mean, first of all, to be here in Dallas to kind of kick off this whole thing with TNT. I mean, kind of describe the vibe of being a part of something that is so iconic in television history like this.
You know, it's incredibly exciting to be a part of this because it has been a part of television history, and it's extremely, I guess, liberating to be in the place that it was shot, that it should have been shot. You know, the original series wasn't shot here. They come do B-roll. So for us to be able to do the pilot here and do the first season here, it just lended so much authenticity and so much ambiance. I mean, Dallas is a character in and of itself. The skyline is a character in and of itself. And shooting on South Fork was a dream.
Yeah.
You know, the land speaks volumes, and I think that informs all of us because it is a family legacy of the land, and everyone is vying for South Fork. I couldn't imagine shooting on the Disney backlot or the Warner Brothers backlot and trying to be on South Fork. You know, it's important that we're here.
And talk a little bit about working with Patrick Duffy too, because you guys play, you know, romantic interest with one another. Talk about working with that guy.
Romantic interest. He's my husband.
He's your husband.
This, you know, I have to say.
Good gig.
Oh, I love Patrick Duffy. I love this man. On and off screen, we just have the best time. And I just feel like I got really lucky, and I hope we run for a really long time because that's a marriage I could stand behind. I told him I feel like we're a pair of old slippers. You know, we just work really well together, and he's a terrific actor. He's got an incredible eye. He's a very generous. He's always looking out for me when we work together, and vice versa. And it's just a team sensibility. So it's great.
And speaking of someone that's shot in a lot of different places, can you talk about what's the best part of shooting in a place like Dallas? Would you say it's the people, the food? What really stands out to you?
Well, Dallas is a great city, as you know, because you're here. It's a big little city, a big town. I love the museums. I love the restaurants. I love the people. The best thing for me is that Ewing is from Dallas, so it gave me a sense of belonging somewhere that I wouldn't have known how to belong had I not been here.
Yeah.
So it was important for me to be able to be here and go to the opening of the opera, which I did, and be able to walk, from my apartment and go on the Katy Trail and go shopping at Neiman Marcus. There's so many things that are uniquely Dallas that informed my character and my feeling like I belonged here. It was important.
Well, I hope we see a lot more of you here. It's very nice to meet you, and congratulations on this. It's very nice to talk to you.
You too.
Here with Jesse Metcalfe. We just got done talking to Brenda Strong, which is kind of ever so appropriate because both you guys came off of Desperate Housewives. You've had a lot of experience yourself working in Dallas on series like Chase and things like that. What's the best part about shooting in a place like Dallas, and especially being a part of an iconic show like this that's kind of bringing back iconic history of television?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best part about shooting Dallas in Dallas is how much people are embracing the new series. I think the original series is something that, Texans hold close to their heart, like that's ours, and that represents us. And hopefully, they'll feel that way about the new series. I think they will. I think you see that they already do by the turnout here at this premiere. And I think that's why we did this premiere here in Dallas, to get everybody involved and make everyone, in Dallas, make them feel that they were part of this process and, kind of like really hype it in the city, which is most important.
Well, this is a franchise that has an international fandom. I mean, it's amazing. Like, people from all over the world love it. Was that a little bit daunting also, being a part of something that was so universally recognized?
No, I wouldn't say it was daunting. It's more exciting, to be part of a brand that's so far-reaching.
Yeah.
I mean, when you hear that people in, these foreign countries so far away from, Dallas and so far removed from, Dallas, which you think of it as such a piece of Americana.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing, and it really speaks to, what an impact that show had and how incredibly successful it really was. And if we can even get just a fraction of that success, then I think we'll be doing all right.
I think it's going to happen, my man. Good luck to you.
Thanks,
Good
man.
talking to you.
I
Thanks so much.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Here with Julie Gonzalo. Now, Julie, you are one of the newest cast members for Dallas on TNT. Talk a little bit about coming on to a project like this, something that is, it's safe to say, iconic television history.
Very safe.
And is that kind of nerve-wracking at first when you think that way, or is it more of like kind of just an honor?
It is an honor.
Yeah.
It's an absolute honor that they're bringing such an iconic show back. That was now that having gotten the job and having worked on it, we realize how worldwide it was. So it really truly is an honor to be part of something that was so loved. This family was so loved and hated at the same time, and there was so much of everything.
Family you love to hate.
Exactly. So I mean, to be a part now of the Ewings, it's exciting.
Now, I know you're no stranger to working in different television mediums. Can you talk a little bit about what's so great about shooting in Dallas? Would you say the people, the food? Is there one thing that stands out?
Obviously, there's so many TV shows that, they have different locations and they're pretending to be other, like Toronto pretending to be New York, and it's just, and it works, and it works for a lot of things. But bringing a show that was so successful around the world and bringing it back 20 years later with the original stars that made it so famous, you just can't really shoot anywhere else. You can't pretend that, you can't pretend Vancouver is Dallas. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I think that we were really all on board when we're like, you know what, this is exactly where we should be and we should do. So it's great. Everybody's been so sweet. And the crew, everything's been great.
Now, I know you guys have shot about 10 episodes or so. Can you talk about, is there one moment that really stands out in your mind so far of what you've worked on that's like, wow, that was just, that was the tops?
There's a lot of moments. Unfortunately, I will not tell you any of them, but you're going to have to watch. Okay. But there's a lot of moments, and I think that most of them is because we had to be out here for 4 months or whatever it was, and we needed to be family, and we were away from our family. So, but to be honest, there's so many moments in the show that you're like, and I'm sure, and I hope that people will love, because it's really a roller coaster ride.
Are you kidding? Look at this crowd. I think people are definitely excited about it.
I know. I keep looking behind. I'm like, wow, we're in Dallas.
It's very good to meet you, and best of luck with you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
After about 20 years of coming back from the series being done before, did you ever think at some point you guys were going to be back here in Dallas, shooting in Dallas, and having your premiere here in Dallas? I mean, this has got to be a wonderful experience.
So that's a one-answer question to your one question. The answer is no.
Let me ask you this. What's the best part about being back and doing this again with all the original guys?
It's kind of speak of a dream. It's a dream come true. because we never thought we would ever work together again. Because we're too recognizable as our characters. Patrick and I were wanting to do a play together, and the investors wouldn't. They thought it was too Sue Ellen Bobby, and we were very disappointed because he was wonderful. I loved my part, but the investors wouldn't go for it. So to actually be able to work with my buddies, my boys, I call them, because I've turned into mother. I don't know how that happened, and I'm resigning. I think I'm retiring that title.
Well, I can, for one, say it's wonderful to have you back, and thank you so much for doing this. Good to see you. Here with the very lovely Jordana Brewster, and I did say it's Jordana, right?
It's either.
Jordana.
Yeah, exactly.
You say Jordana, I say Jordana.
I do say Jordana.
You do say Jordana?
But you can say Jordana.
Okay.
Jordana, whatever. Whatevs.
Now, I know you've been in Dallas for a while working on this thing. Can you talk about becoming part of such an iconic franchise like this? I mean, I don't know if anybody ever expected we'd see Dallas back on the air, but now that it is back on the air, is there any kind of pressure that comes with that? Or?
There wasn't until I walked the red carpet and everyone's asked me that, and I'm like, oh gosh, maybe there is some pressure.
I see.
No.
So what you're telling me is I'm asking you the same question that everybody else has been asking?
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you you're freaking me out right now. I'm just kidding.
sorry.
I'm totally kidding. No, I think the fact that it's not a reboot is kind of amazing. And I think the fact that Patrick, Linda, and Larry are a part of it, and the fact that the audience who was a huge fan of the original gets to tune in and pick up where those characters left off and see where their story is, I think is great. And Cynthia wrote a great script with lots of twists and turns, and I don't think we'll disappoint.
Yeah. And what is the best part? I mean, I know you've worked in a variety of places all over the world. What's the best part about shooting in a place like Dallas? Would you say it's the people, the food? What is it that stands out to you as being great?
What I like about Dallas, it's a little bit similar to LA in that it's a city, and yet you drive 20 minutes away and you're in the middle of nature, which I love, which is how I feel on South Fork. It's like you're just surrounded by animals, and you just see green, and it's beautiful and serene, and yet, you have all the advantages of being in a city, which is awesome.
Yeah. And I know you've got a chance to spend some time here. Were there any great standout moments? I actually saw you one day at the Angelica Theater, so I know that you've been in and around town.
Theater, yes,
It's a great place.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing, you've got great college town with great theaters like the Angelica. Fort Knox has amazing shopping.
Yeah.
4510 is one of my favorite stores.
Yeah.
Or you have the huge malls. I mean, there's something for everyone.
We do it big in Texas.
You do it big in Texas. And I went to Choice today because who wouldn't on their first day in Texas?
Absolutely. It's good to see you. Best of luck with the show. I'm looking forward to seeing
Thank you so much.
Take care.
I hope you like it.
Larry, how goes it, my man? Good to see you again. Here with the wonderful Larry Hagman. We are in Dallas for the big red carpet premiere of TNT's Dallas. This has got to be a wonderful feeling. After 20 years coming back here and being a part of this in the city that it needs to be in, what does that feel like right now?
Like coming home?
Like coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you've been here, you've been back and forth in Dallas. I mean, what is the wonderful thing about shooting here as opposed to shooting other places? Because I know in the original series it wasn't always shot in and around Dallas. What is the best thing about it?
The outdoor stuff and all the restaurants and things like that were shot here. And we just did the interiors back there, but it was difficult. And here we can shoot a whole show in one go rather than in piecemeal. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. I got to tell you, man, I can't wait to see you back on my TV screen. Thanks for coming out here, man. Good to see you. No, Josh Henderson, no stranger to television work, but working in your hometown, being able to come back to a place like this and shoot something in Dallas, especially something as iconic as this, what's that like? I mean, what does that feel like?
It's hard to believe I'm here. I keep pinching myself. On the way here, I had such an emotional moment of wow, this is Dallas, and I'm back home, and I'm shooting, and I'm now coming to the premiere, and there I am floating on a pond. It's just so surreal, and I'm so honored, and I'm having so much fun. This is the best night of my life. My mother's here, my family's here. It's just
How proud are you of Josh right now?
Words cannot describe the excitement, and I mean, I knew he was going to be something one day, but I'm very proud of Josh.
Yeah.
Very
This is
proud.
really great to have you guys here, and especially have you doing this in Dallas. Thank you for coming. I know they got to get you down there, but
Thanks so much
it's a
for your
pleasure.
time. Good
Thank
to see
very
you
much. Very
guys.
nice talking to you.
Have a great night, okay?